Hey boys and girls, so today we are going to continue looking at dividing whole numbers and welcome to lesson 2. So our eigen statement for the day is I can use place value, properties of operations, and the relationship between multiplication and division as strategies to find quotient. I will now be modeling for you, so pay attention as to how you can use area model to solve division problems. Let's look at the problem. An elementary school has 1,134 seeds. The seeds will be planted in 27 rows. Each row will have the same number of seeds. How many seeds will be planted in each row? So in this problem here, we see again that we got the total, which is 1,134 seeds, and they are planted in 27 rows, and it says each row will have the same number of seeds. So that means we are dealing with equal groups that have the same numbers. So the fact that we got the total and we are working with equal groups, we are going to be dividing 1,134 by 27. Using our area model, we know that we are going to be multiplying a number by 27 to get 1,134. We can go ahead and we can start our area model. And we know that 27 is a big number. For those of you who might have problems working with larger numbers, you can decompose the divisor and you can say, okay, let me break down the divisor as 20 plus 7. So that means I'm going to be having 20 plus 7 divided by 1,134. So now we have to start guess and check. So 20 times 1,000 would be like 20,000, which will be way greater than 1,134. So let's try 20 times 100. 20 times 100 is 2,000. That is still greater than 1,134. So that means I can probably start by using 20 times 10. 20 times 10 equals 200. So I can then subtract 200 from 1,134 and my answer will be 934. Now I have to bring this down to the area that I'm going to be working with 7. And then I can say 7 times 10 equals 70. So now I have 934 minus 70, and my answer will be 864. I can still get some groups of 20 and 7 from 864. With 864 left, we are now going to be putting it in our new space. And we're going to be seeing how many groups of 20 we can get from 864 and how many groups of 7 after. So from that, we are going to be still using our math strategy, guess and check. So here I used 20 groups or 10 groups of 20 and I got 200. And I realized that I can get 200 from this. I'm going to be using 10 again. And I am going to be saying 20 times 10. That is 200. Then 864 minus 200 is 664. Now I know that 664 is my new number, so I'm going to take it down here so I can work with the 7 and the 10. So 7 times 10 equals 70. 664 minus 70 equals 594. So this is my new number, and from this I realize that I can still get some groups of 20 and 7 from this. So what should be my next step? Please pause the video to stop and work in this new area here. When you are finished, you press play to continue. So based on what was just done, we know that we are going to be using 594 as a new number. And then we are going to be seeing how many times can 20 go in that number. That means how many groups of 20 can we get if we are dividing by 594. So we know that if we got 10 groups of 20, it will be 200. So we can get another 200 from 594. So we can go ahead and say 20 times 10 equals 200. And then 594 minus 200 is 394. This is our new number, which we are going to be taking down here. and seeing how many groups of 7 we can get in 394. So we have to multiply 7 times 10, which is 70. Then we subtract 70 from 394 and our answer is 324. Since we can get some more groups of 20 and 7 from 324, then that becomes our new number. So now we're going to be seeing how many groups of 20 can we get if we divide 324 by 20. And we notice that we can get 10 groups. So there we have 10 times 20. We get 200. 324 minus 200 equals 124. Now this 124, we can get some groups of 7 from that. So we're going to take it down there and we can say 7 times 10 equals 70. So 124 minus 70 equals 54. 54 is greater than 50 plus 7. So that means we can continue working on this problem to see how many more groups of 20 and 7 we can get from this. At this moment, you are going to pause the video to stop and work and finish this problem. When you are finished, you press play to continue. So you know you have to add another section of our area model. And after you have added that section, you are now going to be moving 54 there. So you can see that we need to find out how many groups of 20 we can get into 54, which would be 2 groups because 20 times 2 equals 40. Now that we have 40 there, we're going to say 54 minus 40 and our answer equals 14. So 14 now goes down here and we can say 7 times 2 equals 14. So our answer there is 0. There's no more number here for us to work with. So that means we need to find out what is the sum of our partial quotient that we have here. So our next step will be that we are going to be adding 10 plus 10, which is 20, plus 10, 30, plus 10, 40, plus 2, 42. So we have 42 as our quotient. So these partial quotient here give us our total quotient there. So that means 1134 divided by 27 equals 42. So we know that 24 times 42 give us 1134. So the answer is 42 seeds will be planted in each row if we were to answer the question of this problem that says how many seeds will be planted in each row. If we had chosen not to decompose the 27, then our area model would look something like this.